Hello guys, and welcome to another video by Muscle Mutant. In this video I am going to compare William Bonac from 2017 Mr. Olympia to William Bonac at 2018 Arnold Classic to see the improvement and the progress he achieved throughout this year. But before we get started, I would like to draw your attention to the fact that Mr. Louis Marco deleted the video in which he used my material, my work, without my permission and without referring to my channel's name. He deleted the video, and I am so pleased for that. I don't have anything personal against Mr. Louis Marco. I was upset because he used my work without my permission and without referring to my channel as the source from which he got the work in the video on which he commented. So I informed you about that in my video in which I talked about Louis Marco using my work without my permission and without referring to my channel's name, and I just wanted to tell you that he deleted the video, and I am so pleased for that. So thank you all for your support. I've read all your comments and I do highly appreciate that. Thanks a lot. So let's get started, but just pay attention to the fact that these pictures are taken from different competitions, so the proportions are definitely not perfect. Now the front double biceps. From the first look, from the first impression, you may notice that Mr. William Bonac added size, lean muscle to his overall physique. I mean, look at the width of the lats, look at the size of the wheels, even the size of his arms. He's just bigger. He's just more huge at the 2018 Arnold Classic than he was in 2017. Of course, the same frame, the same structure, but more huge. William Bonac usually weighs around 225 to 235 pounds, which is equal to 102 kilograms, between 102 and 106 kilograms. So we can easily notice that he added size to his overall physique, and he added lean muscle, and actually he looks really good. Really good. I don't believe, in my humble opinion, I don't believe that he can threaten Phil Heath. I don't believe that this version, I mean the 2018 Arnold Classic, can dethrone Phil Heath. Not yet, but he has all the potential. Really, he has all the potential. Granted, he is not wide, but so is Phil Heath, right? Phil Heath is not wide either, and he has been winning the Olympia for 7 years, and I believe that he is going to win it this year as well. So Phil Heath is not wide, and William Bonac is not wide, but this doesn't mean that William doesn't have the potential to become the future Mr. Olympia. However, I believe that this version, the 2018 Arnold Classic, is not there yet, and he is not ready yet to dethrone Phil. We can easily notice the size of the lats. He became bigger and wider. The size of the arms and the size of the wheels in specific. Look at his wheels. He added size to the wheels. They are more huge, yet still highly defined and conditioned. So let's move on to the front lat spread. Again, in this pose we can see the lean muscle William Bonac added to his shoulders. Look at his shoulders; they look wider and more rounded in a sense, and actually the size of the arms is the same, because he's always been having great arms, always. Just the peak in his biceps is really mind-blowing, and definitely the size of his forearms. He is genetically gifted when it comes to his forearms. He really managed to add this size without using anything from the condition at the expense of conditioning, right? I mean, look at his midsection, really awesome. He managed to combine between size and aesthetics. Look at the wheels. You can easily notice that he added considerable size to his wheel section, yet he managed to maintain the striations in his quads and the highly defined separations in this important muscular area. Let's move on. Here is the side chest. Look at the side chest. Look at the size of his shoulders, arms, and forearms. Look at his explosive biceps. The striations in his chest. I mean, this is really awesome. This is really awesome. Props for Mr. William Bonac for this great achievement. Look at his lower section, the glutes, the separation between the quads and the hamstrings. This is really awesome. Again, the most important thing is that this great competitor managed to add size, but at the same time he maintained the great conditioning, and this is a very important mission to be accomplished, and a lot of bodybuilders fail to do that before the deadline or before the day of the competition. Yet, as we see here, Mr. William Bonac successfully accomplished this mission. Let's move on. This is the side triceps, a great pose for Mr. William Bonac. You can see the size of his shoulders from the 2017 on the right of your screen to the 2018 on the left of your screen. Look at the shoulders, look at the chest, the triceps, the biceps, the forearms, complete package, all the potential. He has all the potential to become the future Mr. Olympia. I'm truly a huge fan of his triceps. Great horseshoe and size in that triceps there. But in my humble opinion, when comparing this pose to Phil Heath, I still believe that Phil Heath would defeat him in this pose in specific. Let's move on to see, yes, here is the back double biceps, the back shot, starting with the back double biceps. Almost identical, if you ask me my opinion. He looks really great, high level of conditioning. Yet, if you just pay attention to the 2018 Arnold Classic version, which is to the left of the screen, then you can easily see that he added mass to his back. He managed to add mass to his back without losing any of the condition. I mean, the striations are still there, the veins are still there, the lines are all still there. Look at his shoulders, look at the peak in his biceps and the separation between the biceps and the triceps, the lower section, the huge and the striated glutes, along with the incredibly developed hamstrings and the way they connect with his quads. Look at the great calves. Props for William Bonac for achieving this great formula, this great combination between size and aesthetics. Let's move on. Here is another shot in which I compare William Bonac from 2017 to 2018 when it comes to the back double biceps. Look at his traps. His traps look really awesome. Look at the striations in his upper traps, lower traps. Look at the veins, the lower back, the shoulders, the peak in his biceps, the glutes, the striations, just name it. Really awesome, really awesome. I still think that he managed to add size to his Arnold Classic version, and this is really considered a great achievement, being able to add lean muscle but keeping the great conditioning at the same time. Here is the rear lat spread or back lat spread. The lat spread looks awesome. My only criticism for William in this pose is that when comparing him to the likes of Phil Heath, as we can see here in this picture, you feel that he is little bit flattened in comparison to Phil Heath, with all these pumps, all these muscles that Phil Heath can show and present in this pose, especially in his rear shoulders and the way they connect with his upper lats. William Bonac lacks that, severely lacks that, okay? But overall, he looks really great. He rightfully won the 2018 Arnold Classic, and I hope that he will manage to even further improve his back, to add more muscles, to add more striations and lines, especially to this pose, because I think that his back looks really great when he hits the back double biceps, but I think that his back looks a little bit flattened with the lat spread, and I hope that this will be fixed in the upcoming competitions. His lower section has always been great. The glutes, the striations, the condition, the hamstrings there look really awesome. The separation between the hamstrings and the quads and the calves, just 10 out of 10. Let's move on to see the abs and thighs pose. Here is the abs and thighs. A great pose for Mr. William Bonac. Look at the striations in the chest. In both competitions, actually. Look at the striations in the chest. Look at the shape, the rounded shape of the shoulders, the size of the arms and the forearms, the lats and the way they perfectly connect with the midsection. Granted, I believe, and I have stated that before, that there is a problem with water retention in his midsection, and he should work on that, because I believe that he has all the potential to improve his midsection. His wheels look really awesome. Look at the striations in his quads in 2017. He also maintains these striations this year. Probably they are he doesn't show that in this pose. However, the striations are there. Look at the veins in his wheels. Look at the calves. Overall, a great pose for Mr. William Bonac. However, I think that he can work further on water retention in his midsection to show more cutting, more separation, and more condition there. Now let's move on to see the most muscular pose. Here is the most muscular pose between 2017 Mr. Olympia on the right and 2017 Arnold Classic on the left. Look at the size of his shoulders. Granted, not as huge, not as impressive as those of Phil Heath, but I am not taking anything away from Mr. William Bonac, because Phil Heath has among the greatest shoulders in bodybuilding history, along with Mr. Kevin Levrone and Mr. Rolly Winkler and Mr. Marcus Rule in his prime. Yet William Bonac has great shoulders as well. They look really great, highly conditioned and defined, very rounded, and they even have, if we take a look at the 2018 Arnold Classic Virgin, they have the bubble shaped muscle. They look really awesome. His shoulders, look at his chest, the striations in the chest, the complete rounded chest, the size of the arms and the peak in his biceps and the explosive forearms. Look at his midsection. Props for him for not having any symptom of the bubble gut. Look at the wheels. You can easily see that he managed to achieve size. He managed to add size, lean muscles to the wheel section, to the lower part. He added size to his wheel section, and he maintained the incredible condition, the striations. Look at the striation in his outer quads in the two versions, in 2017 and 2018. Can you see the striations? Yes, he added lean muscle, he added size, but he maintained the striations. This is really great. Look at the calves. Incredible pose for Mr. William Bonac. Let's move on. Here is another shot showing the most muscular pose. Look at his shoulders. His shoulders look really awesome. His chest is complete and highly striated. His arms look explosive, huge, and complete, highly conditioned. Really, really, really awesome package of the arms. And when I'm talking arms, I'm talking biceps, triceps, and the explosive forearms as well. Really awesome. The midsection, the cuts in there, and of course the wheels, the legs, the quads, the awesome development he managed to achieve throughout this year, from 2017 Mr. Olympia to 2018 Arnold Classic. This is really impressive and inspiring. He managed to add lean muscle, but at the same time he maintained the great condition and the striations. So that was all for this video. I hope you liked it and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you all again for your support, and I really appreciate all the nice words that you wrote for me. That gave me a lot of positive energy, and I highly appreciate that. Thank you all for that. Don't forget to subscribe, to share, and to like. Until we meet next time, have a nice one.